This is pre-AP Calculus. We're looking at section 7.4. We are going to look at different graphs and see if we can make specific conclusions about the equation of the graph, specifically exponential functions. Graph of an exponential function is shown to the right. And notice they give us one of the numbers. They give us the h value is -1. So x minus a -1. This graph was translated to the left one. Answer the following questions. So easiest question, what's the value of k? K is wherever the horizontal asymptote is. Supposed to give a reason for our answer. I like to give the reason first. F of x has a horizontal asymptote at y equals -3. Therefore, the constant k is -3. Rewrite the equation using your value of k. So let's do that first. So f of x equals a times b to the x plus 1 minus 3. Then find use. Oh boy, that's a misprint. Then use the ordered pair -1, -2 to find the value of a. So why would they choose this ordered pair, -1, -2? I want you to think about that while we're doing this. See if you can figure out, of all the ordered pairs, why they chose that one. That's the ordered pair right here, -1, -2. So if we replace, let's be specific here. We're going to use -1, -2. So we're replacing f of x with -2. We don't know what a is. We don't know what b is. Putting -1 in for x. Now, at first glance, you're like, well, this is not going to be helpful. There's two variables. But check out what happens. They specifically chose -1 for an x value so they can make this exponent 0. And why would they want the exponent to be 0? Because b to the 0 is going to be 1. Then if we add 3 to both sides, yeah. Sorry. If we add 3 to both sides, we're going to get 1 equals a. So now we know what a is. So now we can write the equation as f of x equals, we don't need to write the a because it's a 1, b to the x plus 1 minus 3. Now we don't know what b is. Let's choose another ordered pair in this. It can be any ordered pair. I'm going to choose this one right here, which is super easy, which is 0, -1. So the directions say use another point on the graph to determine the value of b. So we're going to have f of x equals b to the x plus 1 minus 3. We're going to replace f of x with -1. Don't know what b is. We're going to replace x with 0. If I add 3 to both sides, I'm going to get 2 equals b to the first. That means b is 2. So what's the equation of f of x? We now know for certain that f of x is 2 to the x plus 1 minus 3. It's important for us to figure out what a is first. To do that, we need the exponent for b to end up being equal to 0. And to get that equal to 0, we need to choose an x value that we can make this exponent become 0. Let's check out another. The graph of an exponential function g of x is given. Notice how we are not translating left or right, like the previous one we translated left. Determine the values of a, b, and k. Well, we can do some of this fairly easily. K is 4. Doesn't ask us to show our work for that, so we can just say k is 4. So now we can say that g of x is a times b to the x plus 4. Now I would like to get this x to be a 0. So do I know what that ordered pair would be? It would be 0, 2. So I'm going to put 0, 2 into this, 2 in for g, and 0 in for x. That's going to give me 2 equals a times 1 plus 4. If I subtract 4 from both sides, I get a is negative 2. So now I have g of x equals, I know what a is. I still don't know what b is. I just need another ordered pair. Easiest numbers that I could choose, the better. I'm going to choose 1, 3 as my ordered pair. So 3 equals negative 2 times b to the first plus 4. If I subtract 4 from both sides, I get negative 1 is negative 2b. And if I divide both sides by negative 2, I'm going to get b as a half. So it says determine the values of a, b, and c. So it's saying a is negative 2, b is a half, and k is 4. Now we're not going to leave b as a 1/2 because that messes with our rules, and we like our rules to be nice and easy. So let's write this down. G of x equals negative 2 times a half x plus 4. We would rather have this written as g of x is negative 2 times 2. If you reciprocate the base, change the sign of the exponent, minus x plus 4. Now our rules should apply. A is less than 0, and c is also less than 0. Therefore, g of x has two reflections. And g of x is going to have exponential growth. Probably should have actually read the question. Do the values of a and c that you found make sense in terms for an exponential function, exponential growth of an exponential function? And that is absolutely. Explain your reasoning. So we got all that here. Let's look at a couple more examples without a graph. Find the equation of an exponential function described below. Show your work. So this first one, we definitely want to get this exponent to be 0 first. So we can use this ordered pair. So we got 0, 3. We're going to plug into this function. So 3 equals a times b to the 0. That's going to give us 3 times a. 3 equals a times 1, so a is 3. So now we got f of x equals 3 times b to the x. Now we're going to use this other ordered pair, 1, 15. So 15 equals 3 times b to the first. 15 is 3b. b is 5. Therefore, f of x is 3 times 5 to the x. Another? Find the equation of g of x. We've got some k action in this one. And we're given the ordered pair 0, 2, and negative 4, negative 2. So let's use the 0, 2 first to figure out what a is. So we got g of x equals a times b x plus, I need to know what k is before I can do this. It says additionally, the limit of g of x as x approaches infinity is 3. If the end behavior of an exponential function, one end behavior will always approach the horizontal asymptote, a number. So that means that this is k, which is 3, because this is a horizontal asymptote at y equals 3. So I can put the ordered pair in 0, 2, putting 2 in for g, 0 in for x. So that's going to be 2 equals a times 1 plus 3. Subtract 3 from both sides, we get a is negative 1. So now we can say g of x is negative 1 times b to the x plus 3. So need to figure out what b is. I'm going to use the other ordered pair I was given, -4, -2. So -2 equals -1 times b to the -4 plus 3. Going to subtract 3 from both sides. Multiply both sides by -1. I'm going to rewrite b to the -4 as 1 over b to the 4th. I'm going to multiply both sides by b to the 4th. Divide both sides by 5. And then to get this to be b to the 1st, I'm going to raise both sides to the 1/4. So b is going to be 1/5 to the 1/4, which is horrifying. So g of x is going to be negative. I have a 1/5 to the 1/4, which is raised to the x plus 3. Remember, we like to have our base be bigger than 1. So I'm going to reciprocate that and get 5 to the -1/4 x plus 3. Power to a power, multiply the exponents, reciprocate the base, change the sign of the exponent. All right, that concludes this portion of the notes. The next portion, you are going to need a calculator. You can believe that.